Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to AMO Last Shot. Following off of WWX, and a lot of changes have happened, but before we jump into all of that, we are giving you one match to hold you over to next week. Representing 1/3 of Subway is Sebastian Ramos. He's had a very good run this year, underrated of course, has picked up a lot of wins under the radar, has yet to challenge for a title really here in AMO Wrestling. Would love to probably get his hands on the tag team titles, of course. Maybe it's his time to take the singles run for Subway. This match could be very dependent going into the future. His opponent tonight, King of the Beach. One-third of the Devilfish family, Matt Heathers. Matt has not been the only member to not really have a title opportunity, as Romero taking his shot at External Conflict, and we all know our new world champion in Ichi. Now is the time for Matt Heathers to possibly get his opportunities as well. This match could be huge in the landscape of these factions. Of course, neither one of them necessarily having that distinctive leader, both which, giving opportunities to every member almost equally at some points. This is that opportunity for them as they look to face off against one another, getting ready for next week and then even going into 2021. Got a lot of big pay-per-views coming up within the next year. A lot of opportunities that both of these men could very well be a part of. Streets of blood are turning summer, acting like the end of summer. Both men looking ready to compete here tonight. Relatively fresh as they are coming off of the Spectacular. Both unsuccessful. Matt Heathers, I believe, lasted longer than Sebastian Ramos in that. Don't know how much of a factor that will play in this one, though, as we are seeing neck breakers by Sebastian early on in this match, as we see yet another neck breaker by Sebastian, driving the back of the head of Matt Heathers into the mat, and a fifth one, I believe, already, following up that chop. Many members of the Devilfish family, oh my goodness, another neck breaker. Many members of the Devilfish family having trouble picking up a sustainable run of wins, getting some heavy momentum on their side. They are still some of the most sought after or intimidating opponents. They always put on incredible contest here as they look to and just inflict pain, as we've talked about almost ad nauseum at this point. Their motives are slowly changing, it seems, in the landscape. It's nice to hold belts, even though they can claim their mission is to inflict pain. Titles are nice. Titles are also doorways to inflict more pain. And as time progresses, it's become less about, the hatred they have for people or wanting everybody to don their mask. It has simply become its own unique family. As a quick pin by Ramos, not really getting anything on that one. Back and forth. Another big lariat by Matt Heathers. Matt very fits in with the style of the Devilfish family very well, even though he's the newest member. Of course, Romero's really the founder of the family. As Matt Heathers and him have brief history that led him joining the family, but we don't really know too much about that situation going forward. And really, Matt Heathers has been extremely silent. The only one who's really has a social media presence at all is Romero. Ichi is off Twitter, off a lot of social media. Talked to him about that. He says it's a personal choice of his. Just doesn't really care for it too much. A lot of people, you know, taking that opportunity, not really staying on Twitter, still staying active, however, in the roster. Matt Heathers also one of those. As you can see, the Devilfish family effect on his body. Matt Heathers and Sebastian outside. As we see yet another neck breaker, my goodness. Sebastian has seemingly found the weakness of Matt Heathers. Of course, ref has till 20 count, already at 3. You see a lot of heavy strikes by Matt Heathers. And if we were to break up the Devilfish family in categories, he would definitely be the striker. Romero would 100% be the technician. And the grappling of Ichi as well is also very evident. They're a well-diverse family when it comes to that aspect. Subway, a lot more strikers. This match is very interesting because of the contrast and just the tone of the two groups. As Subway is very much the optimism of society. Even though, you know, we can break down themes and, you know, they're probably not the happiest guys all the time. You know, they hate to lose. They don't like, you know, getting beaten up or stuff. Like, strikes still hurt them. They're not happy to get hit. They're still very much those who, you know, they're not going to be burdened by a loss. They're not going to let it sink in too much. And then we see the Devilfish family as so much this pessimistic view of where the world is, or a realistic view. And then the family, in its own way, is a way out of that. But still, just the dark imagery that they portray through their theme, through the way that they just address themselves. Very dark, very ominous. Ref up to 7 count after breaking the count. Then Sebastian got in the ring, still on the outside. Big elbow once again, and he hits the pose. Freezing for a moment. Ref already up to 11 as Sebastian's working the arm on the outside. Throwing him in at 13, coming in at 14 in himself. Usually coming in, looking to end it as he's got that stretch on, of course. The abdominal stretch, very effective here in AMO. We've seen many people win with one. Not tonight, though, as Matt Heathers gets out of it. Matt getting up, but no, Sebastian reverses. Another neck breaker out of the reversal this time as he's dragging him, possibly looking for a pinfall, and yes, he is. Ref getting in position to 2 count. Now Sebastian getting exhausted. This match has been going on for a decent bit now. Slap to the face of Matt Heathers and sit out as he gets up to the top rope, possibly looking for that frog splash. And oh, knees up by Matt Heathers, kipping up and stomping the back of Sebastian Ramos. That is some very unique offense there by Matt Heathers as he's looking for the black dagger. He's getting an up and face flatliner. going for the pin now. That could be it. 2 count, and no, only the 2 count there by Matt Heathers. Jawbreaker as a reversal there for Sebastian Ramos. And going for that elbow again as Matt Heathers, I believe, got busted open on one of those. Setting him up in the corner. Looking for those drop kicks. Nope. Lowering his shoulder. Setting him into the bottom and following it up with that alley-oop power bomb. Getting him up. Driving the knee to the side of Sebastian Ramos. He is in some bad shape here unless he can get out of it quickly. Matt Heathers going up and no. Oh, dropping. Thought that was a reversal, but no, he just dropped Sebastian Ramos on his face. And quick reversal by Sebastian. Backstabber, the tilt-a-whirl backstabber. That's his signature move of Sebastian Ramos out of nowhere, and that catches Matt Heathers off guard enough to where he can pick up the 3 count as Sebastian Ramos picks up the singles victory here tonight. Don't know how much that is going to affect everything moving forward, but tonight Sebastian Ramos picks up yet another victory. I believe that might be his 8th this season overall. Like I said, very underrated when it comes to being in the ring. You see that black dagger. I thought that could possibly be it for Sebastian, but no. The resiliency to dig down deep and kick out, and then just hiding the ace up the sleeve in that tilt-a-whirl backstabber is enough to pick up the victory tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next week for the Christmas special of AMO Wrestling. Good fight, good night.